Yeah.
Can you throw?
I'm hoping I can. I mean, we'll see. I threw one in pregame warmups the other day to Will Sweeney, and it was all right. So hopefully it all comes together during if I get put in the game.
Were you in a little bit of shock when Coach Scott came to you and mentioned moving, and you thought,
Yeah.
he meant like defensive back?
Yeah. We were sitting over there, and he came up to me, and Mark Fields had we just talked about he wasn't playing this week, and for some reason I was in that mentality. I was like, all right, I wasn't even thinking about Kelly just left. And he was like, all right, can you serve as a backup and this sort of deal? And I was like, yeah. And I started explaining how, like, obviously I know what the coverages are. Like, I know cover 4, cover 2, just play outside leverage. And it was kind of loud in here, so you couldn't really hear much. It wasn't a fluid conversation. And he kind of looked at me weird. And so we go through practice, and he wants me to get some reps in RVA throwing the ball. And that's when I started piecing it together that he meant quarterback. And I'm like, oh, crap. He probably thinks I'm an idiot talking. And so we go, and then the next day I had to explain myself, so he thinks I'm still a sane person.
Obviously, it would be a horrible situation if you were put in at quarterback, but is there a small piece of you that just thinks, man, that'd be kind of cool to get in there for a quarter or something?
Yeah, no, it might have worked. I mean, it wasn't funny when Trevor went down, but it was just like all the stars were aligning. It was like, oh, like I might actually have to go in there. But I wouldn't have had to do much. I would have just had to hand the ball off to Travis, and it might have worked out. Who knows?
Hunter, take us through that acrobatic catch you made on 3rd and 8. We've seen you do that so many times.
Yeah.
But Chase had a couple of passes drop before that. And really needed a spark. Was that going through your mind at all? That you just had to make a play?
Not really. I mean, I was trying to make a play for the team, trying to kind of give us a spark. I think we just had some momentum. I can't remember what happened just before that, but I remember the crowd was kind of getting back into it. It was 3rd down, and we ran a little scissors route. It's funny because I've never, not in practice or anything, I've never gone inside the corner like I did. The only other time was in the spring game. It was with Chase Bryce, and it worked out. So got to do it there, and I was looking for it over the top, and he just threw a back shoulder, so I went back and adjusted and caught the ball.
Do you think that was your best catch at Clemson in terms of its degree of difficulty?
Maybe. The one last year at Syracuse I really didn't think that one was too hard. It was all about just getting the body control right. But once I got my hands to it, it wasn't that. I mean, you just catch it and fall down. But the one at Syracuse last year where I had to go down and get it, that might have been, in my opinion, my best.
Take us back to Saturday when Trevor went down, and you guys found out Chase was going to be next man up. What did you guys go on the sideline and say to Chase to kind of prepare him for the game? You got to give him that boy.
I think Chase did a great job of preparing, so we didn't have to say much. I think the halftime came at a good time. I think he was it was like, oh, well, I might actually go and have to win this game for us. And so he got the halftime. He could kind of relax and just kind of process things and regain his thoughts. But he did a good job. He stepped in there. And something that I loved, and we jumped off sides on that 4th and 1. And I can remember vividly Chase just being like, 4th and 6, we got this, just in a very, very calm and confident demeanor, just telling the guys, hey, no problem, we got this, right before he threw that ball. And so it was just cool to see a guy like that that wasn't expected to be in that situation even a week ago, just have that level of confidence. It was cool to see.
Hunter, how would you describe the uncertainty around here last week, the emotion around here last week, and how you guys responded to it?
I thought we responded well. It was interesting. After the game, I don't think I've been as exhausted after a game as I was that game, just from all that went on, not just with Kelly, just with guys getting suspended, and certainly Kelly was a big part of it. But we had to treat it. Coach Sweeney did a good job of trying to treat it like a season-ending injury. We just have to move on and with the guys in the room, just go out and make plays. But it's definitely an interesting week, but something that I think will help us this week and for weeks to come, just knowing that, all right, let's just go and play football. We don't have to worry about all the media. We don't have to worry about reading all this stuff. We can just go out there and focus on Wake Forest or whoever we have to play. And so I think it will bode well for us.
Could this be just because of the week leading in and then the way you guys won the game through all the adversity, could this be as impactful of a win as you've had since you've been here in some ways?
I think, yeah. I know, I don't know if Coach Sweeney talked about in his press conference, but he's definitely talked to the team about it. We don't have to lose a game to kind of get our focus back. And I think that's critical for us. The last 2 years, we would have lost that game, and then we would have kind of rallied the troops and said, all right, let's get back into it, and let's focus on little things. But I think we've done a good job. We started with practice yesterday. I think we've done a good job of kind of a wake-up call and just being able to not lose, to be able to get focused.
You've been around Kelly.
What?
What does a wake-up call look like?
I think it's just an awareness that an appreciation for winning. We're not guaranteed to win. Everyone's going to give us their best shot. So just knowing that we have to do the little things. It all comes back to how we do the little things that make us successful.
Hunter, you've been here with Kelly for a long time. What was it like seeing him go? And I guess that relationship you guys have.
I mean, it's tough. Someone that you love and someone that you respect as much as Kelly, he made a decision, and I mean, you just have to stand beside him. He's always made the right decision. That's something. If he was kind of a tool bag and kind of just was off on his own a lot, then you'd kind of look at it one way. But he's always been for the team and always made the right decision. So you just gotta stand by him and support it.
This is a little bit of a unique scenario because even last year, players wouldn't have been in a position to make that decision that Kelly made. Is it something that you think, as a college football player, that sort of the mindset around some of these things has to change a little bit? Or there's a get it used to period?
Yeah.
I guess?
No, I mean, I personally, I don't like it. I think that when you start something, I don't like having to worry about that. It seems like now week 4 every year is going to be the trade deadline, and everyone's going to have to make decisions. So I don't like that point of it, or that part of it. When you commit to a school, when you commit to a team, I think you should. I mean, that's your team, right? And so. It's interesting. I mean, it's a new situation, and it's going to be interesting how it plays out. But I personally don't like it, but I also don't make the rules.
Did you have any conversations with Kelly about it when he was kind of trying to figure out?
We spoke to him a few times, but in the end, it was his decision. It was what's best for him. Just knowing that we supported him and we loved him regardless of whatever he chose. I didn't think a lot of people knew it was even a decision until he made it. But now we're going to support him. It's not like it's kind of like, I mean, you have a brother and he makes a bad decision. You love him through it, and not necessarily a bad decision, just something that you wouldn't have done yourself. But at the same time, I'm not in his shoes. I'm not here every day going through the things that he goes through, so I can't really.
Did you get any work at quarterback yesterday?
A little bit. Trevor was back, so he did. He played well. I mean, he practiced. But really, for me, it's just mental reps. Just making sure I can go out there and function. I can hand the ball off to Travis and do a few things.
Is there a part of you that would have loved to have gotten just one series to see what would happen?
Yeah, like I said, it was all coming in, and it was all kind of the stars were aligning, and all I had to do was go and just hand the ball off to Travis. It seemed like maybe made one throw, and y'all would have thought I did something, so it would have worked out.
I don't know how much you're on social media these days, so there's this joke that you can play every position, and if they need help, they just throw Hunter Renfrow. I don't know, do people joke with you in real life this past week or so about putting you in wherever you can go?
Not too much. So my baseball coach in high school would always talk about the best ability in life is availability, and just being available for whatever happens, just keeping those doors open. And so for me, just being able to help the team any way I can. I'm here to. I mean, I'm just appreciating my senior season. Whatever comes after will come after. But if it can play quarterback, go play DB, go punt. I mean, it doesn't matter to me. Just be able to help the team and enjoy the moment.
Coach Scott talked yesterday about the benefit of you just being in that quarterback room from a learning standpoint. How much does that help you just to learn the wide receiver position?
Yeah, tremendously. Just going through their progressions. I've been with them for probably 2 weeks, or middle of last week, and just seeing how they see things. Whether if it's too high, we're working this side, one high if it's man coverage. And so if I'm running a slant route or something, it's critical for me to take that inside, that nickel Sam away from the outside throw. Little things like that, just kind of get in the minds of what they see. And really for me, it's last week I was like, all right, I was trying to learn all this stuff, and they have so much going on. They got to say the protection, they got to read this, read that. And so it's an appreciation for me at playing receiver. All I got to do is just run one route. I mean, I don't have to worry about anything else. All I have to run is a hitch runs a 7 cut, and so I can do that the best of my ability, and it's freeing. I mean, they have a lot to deal with that I didn't realize at times.
You mentioned Travis a few times. Just what has he been to this offense so
Yeah.
far this year?
I mean, he's just solid. I don't know if he's in the Heisman conversation, but he should be because he's that caliber of player. He's unbelievable. I mean, you're blocking downfield, and next thing you know, he's by you. And so it elevates not just the offensive lineman to be able to hold and maintain those blocks, but also receivers blocking downfield. It uplifts everybody's game, and that's what great players do.
Hunter, how would you compare the morale of this team last night at practice versus last Tuesday?
Yeah. I think we've had a lot more time to process things, and that's big. I think it was just an exhausting week for everybody, and I think it's good that we can just, all we have to worry about this week is Wake Forest. And so, like I said earlier, I think that's going to help us just get an appreciation for simplicity and just being able to keep everything simple. And I think I feel good. I know last year we lost going into the bye week, and so that's fresh on a lot of our minds. We want to finish well and kind of go through into the bye week.
Everybody mentioned spoke to Kelly. What he said to Trevor since he's come on board to get behind him.
Yeah, I mean Trevor has always been a cool guy, and I think it just seems so easy for him, and he makes everything so simple, and that's what great players do. They just they simplify the game, and make everyone around them better and confident, and I think he does that. I hate that he got injured, but I think he's going to be back and be stronger than ever.
This is a program they've been on the up and up the past few years. What have you seen from them that you've watched so far?
Yeah, they're extremely talented, good secondary. We're going to have to play. We watched, I remember watching, I didn't watch them too much so far from a receiver standpoint, but a quarterback standpoint, I think their D coordinator, they got a new D coordinator. And so we're just going to have to play and execute. But for us, we try to make it about Clemson. So if we execute and we do the things that we need to do, we feel like we have a chance to win.
As we get close to the last half of your college career, last half of the season, do you ever take any time at all to consider your legacy, kind of this folk hero, underrated walk-on guy, national championship hero? Have you thought about that at all?
Maybe in the off season at times, but during the season, you're just trying to get better, trying to win games, and so you don't have time to think about that. That's something to think about in 20 years from now. Right now, we're just trying to win games and just be the best version of ourselves. He looked good. I joked with him. He threw right to a guy one time, and then the next play we had a tip ball that got picked, and you saw Danny Poole running over there, and I was joking with him that they're asking if he still has a concussion because those were they were uncharacteristic throws. But now he's looked good. Even after the game, he was very cerebral in the locker room, talking with guys, and he looked good. If he had one, I don't know if he had one or not, but if he had one, it was very minor, and he's looking good.
That touchdown that you had in Atlanta a couple weeks ago when Trevor made the check at the line of scrimmage, was that like kind of a big growth moment for him?
Yeah, I think it gave him a lot of confidence. He looked up there. It was interesting because he looked up there and we had 2 over 2, so he checked the play, and then they spun to a cover 4, cover 2, and he rolled left and just fit the ball right in there. And so I think it was kind of a turning point, just knowing he can make that throw, and gave us all confidence.
I mean, theoretically, are you in every quarterback meeting the rest of the season, or will they set you back once you sort of get your bearings?
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't know if I was going to go in the game at quarterback. I mean, whenever Trevor got hurt, I was wondering. I was like, if something happens to Chase, am I going in? I really didn't know. No one really talked to me, so I was ready. But if I'm in the quarterback meeting, I really don't know. I could be in the receiver meeting today or next week. So I'm just trying to take it one day at a time and learn as much as I can.
What have you kind of noticed from Batson as far as, I know he had the broken finger, but him getting back out there now physically, and what have you kind of noticed as far as him trying to pick up the nuances of the offense?
Yeah, he really didn't know too much because he didn't get many reps. I mean, he was the 4th or 5th team guy coming in fall camp. but he's picked it up quickly, and he can make the throws. I think you saw that he had a good year at Dorman last year. I think it was region player of the year, maybe the upstate quarterback of the year. And so he can make the throws, and we have confidence in him to go win it for us if we have to have him.
Christian was upset yesterday that he's not getting any reps at quarterback. If it came down to you or Christian, you feel like you would deservedly win that battle?
Yeah, I think we should have a rock, paper, scissors contest to settle it. He did. He beat me last week. I was upset. So I guess I'm 5-1 with him now. I think we both threw scissors, and then I think I went rock and he went paper and beat me. So I'm pretty upset about that.
Did you ever think about how crazy the quarterback situation's gotten? You went from January from having a room packed with 4- and 5-star guys to now you're a third on the depth chart. Chase is in there, having only thrown 8 career passes. I mean, did you ever think about how quickly that all changed?
Yeah, he did throw 8 career passes, and then he came out and he's proven himself in the last game. A little bit, but at the same time, I don't expect to do my job. And all you need is one guy. I mean, obviously, you need more if they get hurt, but all you need is one. And if they can stay healthy, then we're good to go.